Welcome preschool families to our lesson today online from TCP. My name is Mrs. Van Roon, and if some of you don't know me, I am a teacher and I teach Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for the 4-year-old class. I might have seen you if you were at snack time the same time my class was there, or maybe if I was teaching in your class if your teacher was away. And maybe some of you are just seeing me for the first time, so welcome. I just want to say I hope you're all doing well and are staying safe and having fun at home. And yeah, so I just want to go through a regular day that what we would do at preschool. And what we would start with in all of your classrooms is coming into the room and getting to play with your friends, play with toys, pick some activities. So hopefully at home you're making puzzles, playing with stuffies, building things out of blocks and Lego. Maybe you're coloring in a coloring book, or maybe you're drawing your own creations. Anyways, at the end of our playtime, what I do in my classroom is I shake my shaker, and then we sing the cleanup song together. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. And when we're all cleaned up, we come and sit down at our circle carpet. And I hope that you are trying to be a good helper and cleaning up your toys at home and listening to your moms and dads and playing nicely with your brothers and sisters if you have brothers and sisters. So you can just imagine that you're sitting down right here with me at circle time, and I'm just going to sing the little song that we do in our classroom every time when we sit down together, just to get us ready to listen. And this is how it goes. I have 10 little fingers, and they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight. I can open them up wide. I can put them together. I can make them hide. I can jump them up high. I can jump them down low. I can fold them quietly and hold them just so. Shh. All right, getting ready to listen and look up here. We're going to start with our calendar and our weather. Oh, and I can't forget, we always like to greet each other. So it happens to be afternoon right now while we're doing this video. So I'm going to say, good afternoon, boys and girls. And I hope you're doing really well. And let's look up at our calendar. So last time you were watching Mrs. Michaud, she was doing the March calendar. And now if you look up here, you can see that we're not in March anymore. This is the first day of the month. In April. So April's right here, and usually we count the numbers on our calendar, but this is a super easy one for you because I know so many of you can count up to 10 or 20 or even past 100. But if you would just count this one number with me, that would be great. 1. Well, that was easy. Okay, if you look on the calendar, we're going to talk about what the whole date is. So right above the number 1 is our day of the week. And there's a little day of the week song I like to do with my students sometimes, and this is how it goes. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. So the day of the week today begins with the letter W. And W makes the sound W. So it must be Wednesday. So today is Wednesday. Try to say it with me. April the 1st, 2020. And the season is now spring, even though we just got a whole bunch of snow and it really doesn't look like spring outside, does it? So let's look at our weather symbols. I'm going to show you 2 pictures, and I hope you can see them. And I want you to point to the one you think it is. So first look out your window, and I'm looking out the preschool window. I'm looking up at the sky, and let's see, what do I see? Does it look like this or this? So this one is a picture of a cloud, and this one is a picture of the sun. Which one would you pick? Okay, now since you're not here with me right now, you're watching, I'm going to pick this one. It looks really cloudy today. I can't see any blue sky. And then I can do one more weather picture with you. outside, all over the ground and on the rooftops? Is it rainy and wet, or is it snowy and white? I'm gonna pick snowy and white. So I'm gonna put that right there. And then finally, in our class, we also talk about how it feels outside. So today, when I came to preschool, I had to wear a warm jacket, and I didn't bring my mitts, but I wish I would have. My hands were very cold. So does this look like cold or this? Well, I'll tell you what this is in case you can't even see it. This is somebody wearing a jacket, a scarf, snow pants, and a toque, surrounded by snow and snowflakes. And this is somebody wearing a t-shirt, shorts, and holding a fan, and the sun is right above them. How does it feel today if you've been out? If you picked cold, you're right, so I'm going to put that right here. Okay, and we're going to say the weather all together. Can you say it with me? Today's weather is cloudy, snowy, and cold. Good job. All right, let's see what we're going to do next. Oh yeah, I want to do a couple of songs with you. These are songs that kids in my class know. I'm just going to stand up now, do it on the carpet. If you know these songs, you can follow along. If you don't, maybe you can watch me, and maybe if you don't know the whole song the first time, you can ask your mom or dad to rewind the video so you can learn it. Okay, this is one of my favorites, and it's called My God Is So Big. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do for you. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do for you. The mountains are His, the valleys are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do for you and you and you and you. Good job. Okay, in the second song I'm going to sing to you, I taught my students this year. It's called I've Got Peace Like a River. Sometimes we can feel like maybe we're a little bit, things are different than we're used to, and we might feel a little bit worried, but you can know that God loves you and you can have peace from Him. And so I'm just going to do this song with you. It's talking about peace, joy, and love. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got, joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean, I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Oh, sorry about that. The person who's filming me is making me laugh a little bit. Okay, I hope you've heard all those words. So it's I've got peace like a river, I've got joy like a fountain. There's some fountains that have statues in the middle where the water sprays out. And I've got love like an ocean. These are like the big waves crashing together. Okay, now it's time for our story time. And I'm just going to show you this book. This is one of my favorite books. And it is called Something from Nothing. And it's written and illustrated by an author named Phoebe Gilman. When Joseph was a baby, his grandfather made him a wonderful blanket. And if you look carefully, boys and girls, you can see a little mouse family that's getting some of the scraps of fabric down through the floorboards to help keep him warm and cozy and to chase away bad dreams. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful blanket grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your blanket. It's frazzled, it's worn, it's unsightly, it's torn. It is time to throw it out. Look at the mice over there. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the blanket and turned it round and round. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out, in and out. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful jacket. Joseph put on the wonderful jacket and went outside to play. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful jacket grew older too. Look at what the mice are wearing. One day, his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your jacket. It's shrunken and small, doesn't fit you at all. It's time to throw it out. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the jacket and turned it round and round. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful vest. Joseph wore the wonderful vest to school the very next day, but as Joseph grew older, the wonderful vest grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your vest. It's spotted with glue and there's paint on it too. It is time to throw it out. If you look down here, boys and girls, this is the mice. These are the mice, and they're at school with their teacher. And this is them maybe setting up a picnic. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the vest and turned it round and round. You can see him snipping off some more fabric that's flying down through the floorboards to the mouse family. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful tie. Joseph wore the wonderful tie to his grandparents' house every Friday, but as Joseph grew older, his wonderful tie grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your tie. The big stain of soup makes the end of it droop. It is time to throw it out. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the tie and turned it round and round. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out, in and out. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful handkerchief. Joseph used the wonderful handkerchief to keep his pebble collection safe. A pebble is like a little rock. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful handkerchief grew older too. And one day his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your handkerchief. It's been used till it's tattered, it's splotched, and it's splattered. It is time to throw it out. If you look at the mouse family, they have more and more of his beautiful fabric. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the handkerchief and turned it round and round. He said, as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful button. Joseph wore the wonderful button on his suspenders to hold his pants up. But one day his mother said to him, Joseph, where is your button? Joseph looked. It was gone. If you look carefully, boys and girls, can you see where it went? Is it over here? I don't know. Is it over here? What's that? He searched everywhere, but he could not find it. Joseph ran down to his grandfather's house. My button, my wonderful button is lost. His mother ran after him. Joseph, listen to me. The button is gone, finished, kaput. Even your grandfather can't make something from nothing. Joseph's grandfather shook his head sadly. I'm afraid that your mother is right, he said. The next day, Joseph went to school. He said, as his pen went scritch, scratch, over the paper. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful story. The end. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed that story. Maybe you can try to think of ways you can find things to do. Maybe a game you can play or a craft you can make. And we'll talk about that a little bit more, about how you can do something from having what you feel like is not very much around, something from nothing. Right now, before we go into our movement or gym time, we're going to do our prayer. You can pray this prayer before you have snack or lunch or breakfast or supper, and let's do this together. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for the world so sweet. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you for my family. Thank you, God, for loving me. For each and every child I pray. And thank you for this special day. Amen. Okay, we're going to move into our gym time. And I'm going to just start right now. So our number in April is this number, number 8. Okay, so if you want to play some games at home that we might have done at gym, we might have had bean bags here, which we do have, or balls, but if you don't have that at home, you can do these little activities about the number 8 using things you might have. Do any of you have any stuffies that you love at home? Do any of you have at least 8 stuffies? Maybe some of you have way more than that. If you don't even have 8 stuffies, all you need is 1 or a ball or something like that. So I'm going to take one of my stuffies from home, and this is my bear that I've had for a long, long time. And you can try to catch and throw your stuffy 8 times, okay? Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little tricky. Try to do it without dropping it. 6. And remember to count every time. 7, 8. Woo, good job. Okay, and now, if you have a brother or sister or mom or dad or someone you can play this game with, you can see if you can pass it back and forth to them 8 times. So I have someone with me. I'm going to try it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 8. Okay, so I dropped it on 7, but you could try to do it 8 times without dropping it, not like me. Okay, another thing you could do, maybe you have a brother or sister who has a nice long arm, or mom or dad. Maybe you have a stick or a pointer like me. You can try to do throwing the stuffy or a ball over a short, medium, or high stick. So you can try to do it 8 times. I'm just going to do it 1 time. 1. And then I'm going to go medium. Oh, look, I have a different stuffy. I have a little purple hippo. 1. And the last one, oh, look, I have a little cow. And you try to throw it 8 times high over this, or past someone's arm if they have it stretched like that. 1. Good job. Okay, I'm just going to pick these up. And I'm going to show you one more fun thing. Moms and dads, just know that I'm doing this because it's fun for your kids. So if you have 8 stuffies, you could lay down on your carpet and you could use something other than your hands. You could use your feet. I've got my stuffy here, and there's, you could use a laundry basket or a bin or something that's empty, and you can try to get 8 stuffies or 1 stuffy into the bin. Hold it with your feet, go back like this. Whoop, I missed. Let me try a different stuffy. I'm going to try the purple hippo. Get it with your feet. And, oh, good, I got it. You can try doing that 8 times. Another thing you might want to do, and we play this game at preschool, is look through some of your toy bins. Look for one thing that's green and one thing that's red. So I'm just looking through this Lego bin. Found a green Lego and a red Lego. And if you remember this game, you might have played it at school. One person has the green and the red, and you turn your back so your family can't see you, and your family's way behind you, inside your house, or in your backyard. And when you lift up the green object, it could be a toy, it could be a green sock, it could be whatever you want, a green stuffy, they get to start walking slowly towards you until you say red light, and then they have to stop. And you keep going, green light, red light, till they get close to you, and then you let someone else have a turn. Okay, that's all we're going to do for our movement today. Now we're going to move into our craft time. Okay, now it's time to do our craft. So on this email that you got today that has this little video on it, there's a link for your parents to print out one of these letters at home, and it's the letter S. If you thought S, you're right. So it's one of our bubble letters or polka dot letters. Now, S looks like this when you draw it. Let's draw a big S here on the whiteboard. Start up at the top and you kind of do a curve all the way around, and then you come over to the right, and then you have to start curving back down and around like that. It almost looks like a snake. That's the letter S, and you're going to do your S bubble letters. So I'm going to say S is for lots of different words. S is for sun, soup, saw, seal, sock, and sink. And S makes what sound, boys and girls? Yeah, it makes this sound. S. Good job. So what I want you to do is find some crayons or something to color your S. And then since, you know, really, S is also for the word surprise. So surprise us with what color you're going to color. You can do rainbow colors, you can do just one color, you can do your favorite color. Color the S all the way really nicely, do your best job. And then S is for a bunch of different things you might be able to find in your house, like salt, that you can put glue into all the little dots and sprinkle a little bit of salt in each dot. Or you could do something like sugar, which looks a lot like salt. Or if you have some stickers at home, you could put a sticker in each dot. Or if you have stamps at home, with little stamp pads like this, you can stamp little pictures inside all the dots. Or you might even have string that you can cut pieces of with your scissors, or get your parents to do and stick those in there. Or you might even have a drinking straw that your mom or dad or you can cut carefully little pieces of straws and stick them in, or anything else you can think of that starts with the letter S. And we would love to see your pictures. It was really nice. A bunch of different families sent in pictures of the letter R that you did last week. And it's very fun for all the teachers to see all the different ways you've done that. So we would love to see more of your pictures. That makes us really happy to see what you're doing at home. Okay, and the second craft you could do is totally optional. Maybe some kids would like to do it. If you have a piece of paper, it doesn't matter what color it is. All you need to do is find something that your parents say it's okay for you to use. Little scraps of anything, and it kind of reminds me of our Something from Nothing book. And see what you can make for a picture by gluing different things on to make something out of nothing. Well, it is something, but so you might look around your house. Maybe your mom or dad has little scraps of felt or fabric you can use, or ones like this. These are some that I have. Or you might have some yarn, or maybe you have little scraps of paper like these. Or this is some old wrapping paper that I just ripped off, ripped off a roll. Or you might have these little circle puffs or cotton balls or Q-tips, or maybe pieces of ribbon. This one has snowman on it. You might even have craft supplies like pom-poms, or you might even have things like clean little lids from your recycling that your mom or dad says that you can use. Or you might even have little pipe cleaners, little pieces of tissue paper. And this little bag is even filled with tiny little buttons that I found in my house. You can use them to be creative and use your imagination and decorate this however you want to make your own little scene. Someone might want to make little pictures of the little house that the mice in the story were making. Or you might want to use your imagination and build your dream playground. I know a lot of playgrounds are closed right now, unless you're lucky enough to have your own little one in your own backyard. But maybe you can design a playground that you think would be really cool, or something else. You just use your imagination. We would love to see pictures of that too. And if you want to remember what you said your picture's about when it's all done with everything glued or taped on, you can ask a grown-up in your house to write down the story of what your picture's about. We would love to see those pictures too. So if you have a chance to send those in, and if you decide you want to do this one, that would be awesome. Okay, I'm just going to close now and get ready to say goodbye. We're going to sing our goodbye song. So Let's start. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. All right, kids, that's it for now. Have a great week, and we look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you soon.